Let's look at a few aspects of how AI could bring the revolution in coming years, especially in a decade. You are going to see a whole lot of transformations. Of course, there's a good amount of work, research, and innovation happened on this subject last few decades for that matter. But it's when GPT become part of everybody, that is when we started seeing the use case of AI. Before that, it was more of experimental. The thing used to happen inside a laboratory, but they never become part of a mainstream or a general use for the general public. And I think two interesting things happened with ChatGPT for that matter. One is that it was free, it made available free. That is one of the reasons it accelerated the popularity of ChatGPT. Another aspect is its capacity to generate quite a compelling content. So if you see in today's time, whether you're a professor, whether you are a parent, for that matter, you need to do a lot of corresponding things. As a parent, we have to write some letters to teachers, schools. So there also there's a certain amount of writing required. So as a writing assistant, ChatGPT is helping us to in a various level. As a student, you can, or most of the students are taking advantage of ChatGPT. As a parent, we are taking advantage of ChatGPT. As a professionals, especially if you're an author, or writer, or a copywriter, you definitely can take advantage of it. As a business owner, whether it's a small or large, you would be writing a lot of correspondence. So there again, ChatGPT can help assist you to write. That's one part of the ChatGPT. But ChatGPT gone several steps ahead. It is helping you to do search very specific data, and it is helping you to summarize data in the sense, if there is a book, if you ask ChatGPT to summarize the key pointers of this book, it does. So it is more than writing assistant. It helps you to summarize, it helps you to search, it helps you to proofread some of your writings. It helps you to, even like I see a good number of people using ChatGPT to assist them to understand certain knowledges. For example, if there is a technical writing, a lawyer had written a technical case, you want to understand that in a simple, understandable language. That task you can give to ChatGPT and it's efficiently follow your instruction and convert that lawyer's technical writing into a simpler English and you can understand very easily. Now you can very clearly see that Google search or any of these search engines kind of worked certainly, but that required a lot of manual interventions, or even though you're searching on Google, but if you literally look at you are searching, Google is just throwing up some content at you. Again, you have to go through those content and read, and you have to kind of filter it out what really works for you or what is relevant for you. So even though Google is searching, but their search wasn't adequate. What ChatGPT or these AIs are doing is that it's going several steps ahead, and they are reaching even the conclusion stage. And sometimes these conclusions are equally, if not exceptionally better, but they are good conclusions many a time. Now you can see that we kind of grown from rudimentary searching the world data from that stage to the next stage, wherein we are making use of that data to arrive at conclusions which are viable, usable. Okay. So this is important for us to understand how these things are helping us to accelerate many of our activities and do certain things which wasn't possible before. If you consider AI as a tool, then you look at this particular instrument as an accelerator of your productivity and your creativity, whatnot. If you look at AI as a kind of a threat, of course, it seems that way. It is a threat for humanity. These tasks are taken care of by AI. Henceforth, the human intervention isn't required. That's one part of desettling aspect. Of course, there is a security threat, then there's a malware threat, or somebody stealing some of the important your data and manipulating them and then pushing them into your system. So these kind of threats are there. These are genuine, these are practical threats, and of course we need to see how do we address these threats. Okay, so that's it on this particular conversation. So we will be having every week conversation on this subject. So whatever I read in a week, or I observe, or I listen, so whatever strikes to me, I would love to share with you guys. I hope you guys enjoy conversing, and it would be interesting in a few of the episodes we can keep it like question answer kind of conversations, because that's much more engaging, that's more interactions. Obviously, I learn a lot from you guys when you ask questions. And not only that, when I'm answering your questions, again, those thoughts are happening in my head. That means I'm utilizing my brain much more efficiently. So you guys are helping me to become better if you ask questions, okay? Don't feel hesitant. You're in a way making a favor by asking questions. Thanks for listening. I will see you in the following session.